Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Neca Cult Classics Series 1. We're looking at the Gremlins 2 new batch, Mohawk. Mohawk features a beaker and lab table base. And yes, there are Gremlin toys coming out with a Mohawk coming soon from NECA. But I thought, why not shoot the Mohawk? Because he's still a pretty good figure. He is still a really good figure. At the side, we've got the poster from Gremlins 2. Now, it actually doesn't... Oh, it does say Gremlins 2. I was going to say, I thought it only said Gremlins, but it says Gremlins 2, the new batch, which I thought was a good sequel. It said, we told you, remember the rules, you didn't listen. Here we grow again. You see what they've done? Down below, there's a picture of Mohawk. One thing I love about... Oh, there's a picture of Mohawk on the side. One thing I love about the Gremlins 2 was just the aspect that there was different kinds of gremlins. They weren't all the exact same gremlin. You had the electricity gremlin. You had the gargoyle gremlin. Spectacular. That was my phone, by the way. I'll get it. Oh, don't worry, I'll get it. Of the other figures you can get from Series 1, we've got Friday the 13th, Jason Voorhees. We've got the Crow, Eric Draven. We've got, of course, Gremlins 2, Mohawk. And finally, down below, we've got the American Psycho... was it Patrick Bateman? Patrick Bateman. And it says, a brand new series comprised of your favorite heroes and villains from classic horror, sci-fi, and action movies. Each figure is highly detailed and comes complete with movie-accurate accessories and display bases. It says, perhaps the most evil and sadistic gremlin, Mohawk, begins his reign of terror in the Splice of Life laboratory. Mohawk helps to mutate a new batch of gremlins into a mob of genetically altered nocturnal terrors, waiting for their chance to escape the Clamp building. They're ready to wreak havoc in the Big Apple, and there you have Mohawk. By the way, this is also not recommended for ages 0 to 3. You can also go to www.necaonline.com for all other news about upcoming toy lines. That is packaging aside. I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and we're going to have a better look at Mohawk. There's more to come, guys. Stay tuned. And now that he's out of the package, let's have a look at Mohawk. Some of the accessories that Mohawk does come with. Whoops. We'll get to him in a second. He does come with a table. A display table. You can see that there is a power bar down below there. Some knocked over vials. There's a petri dish. It doesn't really do too much. It basically does exactly what you're looking at right now. But it's a nice little display piece. Put that down there. He does also come with this. Would be the essence of what? Tarantula? It's a Black Widow. I think it's Tarantula. There's not really a lot going on with that either, but it's nice that they put it in there. You can put it on the table if you so wish. Now let's have a look at Mohawk. And all things considered, for this being an older figure, I think Mohawk turned out pretty good. I've got one problem where these spines, I guess the Mohawk end of it, seems to keep wanting to come out. But I think a pretty solid sculpt, all things considered, for this being an older figure. You get a close-up of the face there. It's a nice personality. I think in comparison maybe to some of the newer Gremlins figures, these Gremlins, like the Mohawk here, the paint is a little... It's not as vibrant, I think. I think they still did an awesome job on it, but you can definitely see the older way that the figures look compared to how they look now. There's the back of Mohawk there. I love all the spines and the spikes that they've put all over the body. I think that's just some really great work done by NECA. I just wish there was a way to peg the... Maybe I didn't have it in all the way. There we go. Let's see if maybe that will stay in place now. And I'm sure anyone will ask, how does he scale to the Mogwai figures of the recent series? Well, there is Gizmo right there. I would say probably they're accurate enough to scale. I mean, maybe Mohawk could be a tad taller, but all things considered, I think it's still a pretty good pairing of the two. I'll just move him out of the way here. I think they did a really... I think the face really is where this figure excels the most in. That face is just perfect. It is just perfect. And my phone I keep getting messages on my phone. Maybe it's Gizmo, I don't know. In the way of Mohawk's articulation, he has a swivel in the head. It doesn't look like it's a ball joint, it's just a standard swivel. He does have a pin and socket shoulder. The shoulders then will allow the arms to move out, back and forth. There is a rotation in the forearm, a rotation in the hand. No waist swivel, probably due to the fact that they didn't want to ruin any of the sculpt going on there. But also he's got a swivel, just a standard swivel in the back legs or in the lower legs here. That's it though. I mean that's really all you're going to get. The ears, I think they did a fantastic job on too. Paint definitely is. Paint's not as good as some of the recent Gremlins figures, but I think all things considered, they did a bang-up job here on Mohawk. Plus, as well, you get yourself a little, like I said, a little table going on there that you can display Mohawk if you so wish, and if you can get him to hold it properly. If you can get him to hold it properly, maybe he can even hold the vial. Yes? Maybe? No. We'll try the other hand. Well, yeah, I guess you could kind of have him holding it. You can kind of have something like that. I think if I was Gizmo, I'd probably just stay clear of that. Because you know him drinking it, it's only going to get worse, Gizmo. It's only going to get worse, my friend. As for a rating, I think I'm going to give the Cult Classics Series 1 Mohawk here, I'm going to give him a 6.5. If you haven't had a chance to pick up some of the recent Gremlins, I would say probably those are your best bet. But even if you can find even if you can find this guy and even some of the older Gremlins figures from NECA, I think they still have a nice charm to them. Now let me know down below what you guys think of this particular figure. In the meantime, I'm going to wrap this up here. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the NECA Cult Classics Series 1 Mohawk. See you guys next time.